Take a breath, inhale, exhale, now breathe, baby. Hey, baby, baby, hey, baby. Hey, baby, baby, hey, baby. Yeah. Inhale, exhale, let's take a breath and breathe, baby.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This week's matchup featuring two teams who both came away with wins a week ago and know it should be a good battle today. It's the Texans going up against the Raiders. With that, we're off to the borough of Brooklyn. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. While the skies may be ominous, there's never a bad day for football. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and our home team. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Here we go now. All right, Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. A lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
And he comes back with one complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go. Wide and yay. Hey, we're going to rally.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
All right, here we go. Side and yay.
Carr to throw on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Kevin Johnson's skills just continue to get better and better. An elite athlete out on the corner, he's up to the challenge of any receiver.
So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The former Clemson Tiger, Sharon Peak, was the target. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there if you like zone defense.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
All right, here we go. Zebra.
And they'll go on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown! Their big-bodied receiver, 58 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And now out comes Houston. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Time to meet the defensive starters for the Oakland Raiders. And you want to discuss one of their safeties.
I certainly do. Carl Joseph out of West Virginia. Always did a great job policing the middle of the field. A big hitter, knocked the ball away. But really added to his game as last year as a Mountaineer. Became a better cover guy and a better ball hawk before he got injured. They're really going to love him in Oakland.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, and for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll try and throw for it here. Over the middle, it's Thomas. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
We ready? Red 18.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
All right, here we go. Set. Red 18.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's caught at the 3. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey, we got 4.
Second and goal from the 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. So they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal. They come out here in the I. Now third down and goal from the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. Murray the lone setback. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Carr to throw on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call PPR?
The receiver still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Washington, 3rd and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it 6, maybe 7, but now they're left with 4th down and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Murray, the lone setback. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection. Boy,
that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And he got it done in the passing game on that play. It was almost like a run because he caught it right around the line of scrimmage. Either way, he got a big chunk of yards after making the catch.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a 1st down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Here's Thomas Rawls with his 1st carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that'll make it 3rd down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves? I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Throwing now is Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. And touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The catch made by Miller. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And the wideout in motion. play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, Murray. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Let's go! Leopard!
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action here on first down. Rolling. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Carr now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Carr will try it again on second down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gordons get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So out come the Raiders. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Carr. Finding time. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
All right, here we go.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And now out comes Houston. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and it's complete. The 30. Touchdown, Houston. Their big-bodied receiver with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. And his kick is good. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him a couple yards. He's out of bounds right around the 23. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Carr now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
We ready? 18.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out comes Houston. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Leopard! All right, here we go. All right, now look at Detroit!
And he motions the wide receiver. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And now here come the Raiders. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Carr throwing on second down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on third down. From the gun, it's Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he will be brought down as time. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They come out here in the eye. Second half starts with a run by Murray. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
They'll look to throw. Deep drop. He's going to go for a big, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up, and this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And it's up and good. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Good! Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The gun now on 3rd down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he puts it through. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down now after the pass completion. And now they're in the hurry-up.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done. I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On play action, now Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Let's go one more. Here we go.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And now a first down following that long gain. They come out here in the eye. Carr keeps it on the sneak. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, you're going to have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. Murray, the lone setback. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
It's complete to Fuller. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. He's going to let this one go deep. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. The catch made by Miller. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Hopkins, the one receiver right. Now after the INT, it's Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Carr to throw on second down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with the former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that'll bring up second down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, it's caught inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On play action, they'll throw. His pass caught at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Will Fuller from 4 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's third down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Throwing his Carr on third down. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. To throw, it's Carr, and he's got Peak. Call it a gain of 3, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Hey, we go rally. Sponge. No. Oh, baby, He's crashing. He's checking crash. Zebra. Set.
Carr now on first down. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown! Their big-bodied receiver, 67 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling. So
safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They come out here in the eye.
No. Check. Patriot.
They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And now it's second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Try again with the arm here on second down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory. Across the 40. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Green, touching that Barney.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Third and 11, and some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. He'll look to throw, going for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now Carr. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. All right, here we go.
On play action, it's Carr. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans are going to win the football game. And now out comes Houston. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now he'll look to throw here on, and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And now out comes Houston. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic.